Very pleased to be joined by Kaspars Gorkšs. Kaspar, it's 10 years since Rangers won promotion to the Premier League. That was a great time, wasn't it?
It's already 10 years gone. Oh, Jesus. I didn't notice that. Those were my fondest memories in my football career, and I can't believe that it's already 10 years.
We started that season with quite a few new players, but we started very well, didn't we?
Yes, that was a season on back of a not such a good season. But I think already in the end of what season before, we started building up for the upcoming season, and our goal was always, or our main focus was always, to get promoted. And I remember the relief and happiness from everyone around the squad when we actually did it.
And we started the season with a long unbeaten run, didn't we? We didn't lose until Christmas time.
Yes, I think from the first game on, we set the pace. We set the standards very high. We all knew exactly our roles amongst that team, and I think we were very hard to beat. And as you know, we started winning, and Loftus Road, especially Loftus Road, was a very tough place for everyone to come.
Now, you played 42 games, big, strong centre half. Were you pleased with your own performances that season?
As my first coach, when I was a kid, told me you can always do better. And obviously, at times, I was thinking that I could have done better. And I remember some of the moments in that season when I didn't do particularly well. But I think the team spirit, the character that we had in the team, this togetherness, there was no doubt in my mind that even if I, as a defender, didn't have the best game, I knew that there were 20 other people who are will be how to say, making it up for my mistakes as well. A typical example was Cardiff game when I gave a horrible goal away. But we ended up winning that game, and it felt fantastic because you could feel that every player in the team wanted to make up for my mistake.
And it's great
it's not even that, but I just remember that feeling that everyone wanted to get back on the pitch and score again and win that game, and it was a fantastic atmosphere. Even we had some disagreements in the dressing rooms, even we had emotions running high at times, but it was a great memories, fond memories. I still have all the alerts on my phone with QPR games, so that I still can't. You told me 10 years ago. I'm still living that now.
We're all getting older now. From a defensive point of view, there were a lot of good clean sheets. We were very solid, weren't we?
Yes, like I mentioned before, everyone knew their role in the team. We had a very solid back four. We had plenty of talent in the team as well, likes of Kyle Walker, obviously, who is now one of the best fullbacks I would say probably in the world. We had a goalkeeper who was very solid. I think the main achievement of manager Neil Warnock at the time was that everyone was very clear what he had to do on the pitch. I remember that we won Ipswich away. I think it was quite comfortably. I think it was actually Kyle Walker's first game as well for QPR, when he just came from nowhere, started the game, and everyone was thinking, who we got here? An amazing talent at the time. And I remember that we were already 3-0 up, and I started dribbling at the back. I didn't lose the ball. I gave the pass away, but after the game, he didn't congratulate me on the win, but he came first thing and said, if you do this again, I will take you off straight away. So I guess it's about developing those habits and winning is a habit as well, and that was his achievement that season. That everyone knew their role in a team, and everyone believed that we could actually do it.
You scored, I think, about 3 or 4 goals, some important goals, coming forward for set plays, corners and free kicks. So that was a good part of your game as well, wasn't it?
It was one of the parts, yes. When I moved from Blackpool to QPR, obviously I came on the back of the season when I scored a lot of goals for a centre half. And then after that, the whole season, I didn't manage to score. And scoring is always a great bonus for myself, and I enjoy it very much. But I think the most important thing was actually to help the team defensively. That was probably my main goal. And you mentioned these clean sheets before. I think that was the biggest probably satisfaction at every game, that you could keep a clean sheet, and hopefully with the talents like Tarap and Forlan up front, win these games.
Yeah, you mentioned Tarap. I mean, what was it like watching his skill during that season?
I think watching him in general was very interesting. There was no dull moment with him. It doesn't matter if it's on the practice, watching his skill or him behaving like a baby in a dressing room. But obviously he was a very, very huge part of that team, and you could only wonder and watch in amazement some of the stuff he did.
Well, finally, really nice talking to you. Well done on your own involvement 10 years ago. And just bring the story up to date now. What are you up to? Where are you living? Are you abroad now?
I live back home. I live back home in at the moment snowy Riga with my kids. I work in. Now I stayed in sports. I work in administrative side, which I represent the Team Sports Association, which is responsible for all the team sports in Latvia, and that's my main thing, to educate and spend time with my kids and try to implement some of the experiences or my ideas into developing sports here in Latvia.
Kaspar, thanks very much.